Hey everyone, and welcome back to another one of my deck guides. For today, I have a monsters deck for you, and the leader ability that we're going to be using is Overwhelming Hunger. This allows us to destroy an allied unit that spawn an Ekimara in its row and boost it by the destroyed unit's power. We have two charges of this. We're looking to use the charges in a very specific way. We are looking to do a double Plague Maiden theme with this deck, right? So obviously we have the base copy of this Plague Maiden that you see, and then we're going to use Caranthir onto it, and that's how we get the double copy. At the time when we get those double copies, you're hitting leader onto each one of the Plague Maidens, and that gives us the Beast Swarm strategy that we're going for, obviously because we're getting rats that are spawned, and those rats count as beasts. The stratagem that we're using is Urn of Shadows. Trigger Death Wish of an allied unit. When we're going first, a great way to use Urn of Shadows could be onto Maruna. Very, very nice indeed. You get to seize a random enemy unit with 4 or less power. This could work very good against Saskia in particular in ST matchups. But another great way you could use stratagem is also onto Manticore, destroying the lowest enemy. So I will run you guys through this list now bottom up and explain how best to play each card and when to play it during a match. To begin with, I've added Drowner in here. I usually add Drowner into any of my monster decks just for the movement ability that it grants us, because movement can come in handy. You never know if you verse an opponent with a road-locked unit that's of some great value. Just use Drowner to offset it. At the moment in this meta, you'd find its use on Tax Collector in Syndicate matchups. Against Freak Show, it could be really good too. And mages and even Northern Realms Siege kind of plays. The ranged roadlock Caraballistas, good targets for you there. So you get to move an enemy unit and move it to the other road, damaging it by 2. Keep in mind, it's a Thrive unit. So this card is more of just like an assistance to you in the match when you need it. Just think of the match and, whether it's of value or not, pass it away if it's not of value to you. Then we've got the Night Wraith. I've added Night Wraith in here because it synergizes with our theme of swarming beasts. So it allows you to spawn 2 rats in the row that you played on deploy. Death Wish, spawn another 2. You could use this to activate Haunt if you like. You can get more rats for more Wood to boost up. But just see how you go with row space, because we are doing double Plague Maiden, so keep that in mind. If you're going for the double Plague Maiden strat in a particular round, obviously you wouldn't want this because you're going to self-clog your rows. We do have the Wild Hunt Hounds in here. These cards are also beasts. That's important to note. So when you play more Wood, these will get boosted up. Dominance at the end of your turn, boost self by 1. With the Wild Hunt Hound, feel free to play them out round 1. It's good tempo. And, most likely we get our cards like Imlerith round 1, so we'll have dominance. We do have 2 double Endrega Warriors in this deck. Consume adjacent units on deploy. So because we're playing Death Wish, it's really, really nice for us just to have as many consumes as possible, just so we're never short and we get to activate everything that we want when we need to. Usually round 1, you take 1 Endrega Warrior with you just to synergize with consuming Maruna or Manticore after having played them through the stratagem. We do have Pellar in this deck to purify a unit. This is going to be used if one of our units gets locked or poisoned. We do have Old Spear Tip asleep in this deck, so obviously he's at risk of getting locked most of the times or poisoned when you're versing Syndicate. So keep Pellar with you whenever you're playing this card in particular in that round. Then we have 2 Foglets. On the Death Wish, we get to spawn Fog on the opposite row for 3 turns. This plays for a lot of great value. You might want to consider taking one of them into the first round if you like, as a backup if you didn't get Maruna or Manticore. And then the other you can play with Haunt for some great value. Kikimor Worker. I've gone a bit more greedier on this strategy in a sense. In saying that, what I mean is that this has got 3 armor, right? If it loses 3 armor, it gets destroyed. So, you could go for a safer play by adding the bear in here. It's 4 provision cost. It's a 6-powered unit though. It's up to you. Feel free to play it how you like, but I've gone a bit more greed for a bit more tempo. And really what we're going to look to do with the Kikimor workers is use that as a discard target for Imlerith. So when you play Imlerith, you get to draw a card, then discard a card. And he's going to be boosting himself by the power of the Kikimor worker, okay? So Imlerith, you play round 1 into the Kikimor worker, you discard it. And the reason I'm playing it like that is, you know, obviously you don't get to play all your cards in a match. So we've got Imlerith for thinning, and it gives us tempo with the Kiki worker. And also, as I said, because the Kiki worker is just, it's got that condition of exposed, the 3 armor if it gets destroyed. It's pretty susceptible in a control heavy meta that we're in. So using Imlerith onto it, putting it in your graveyard, we've got safe points that way. Okay, it's just going to be riskier when you play it with Mamuna later on in the match. So you really always look to keep one in hand, and you keep the other in deck later for Mamuna to thin out. Then we have Spores for some control. Just reset the power of a unit. If a unit of yours was damaged down, such as Old Spear Tip, maybe when he gets the base power 18 or whatnot, and even at this strength when he gets damaged down, you could reset Old Spear Tip. But, you know, if not, look for your opponent's targets, obviously boosted units. We have one Bargeist in here. Just keep it in mind, we're just playing it the same we would an Endrega Warrior. If you want to use its order to consume for a second time, you must have dominance. Keep that in mind. Old Spear Tip asleep. After 3 turns, all you have to know is that we summon Old Spear Tip from the deck, and its base power will jump to 18, setting up Ozreal for a great consume target later on. Just make sure Old Spear Tip is in your deck when you play this. If this gets damaged, this gets thinned out instantaneously. I mean, it's not so bad if that happens, but obviously we want to reach counter 3. Then with Manticore, as I said, Manticore allows you to destroy the lowest enemy, so you have to time this right. In some matchups, he won't feel that good. Symbiosis matchups, he's probably weaker. You know, against NG, when they play Blightmaker, that's kind of anti-strategy to this. Obviously, because they have very low-powered units. You want to kind of time Manticore for a big hit as best as you can. So consider your opponent's deck that you're versing and what you're likely to see. Try to time him for a good play. I mean, if we're going first and we've got stratagem and your opponent plays something great like Defender first move, I mean, that's fantastic to hit Manticore. So just use your common sense about the card. If you don't play him round 1, play him with Haunt. We're using Ozreal to consume Old Spear Tip. Please play this on the ranged row, okay? It's kind of a final play of our deck, or you could use it if you want to push into a bleed. Another backup for you could be to consider consuming your opponent's units in their graveyard. Maybe they've got something good that they're looking to use later on. You can use him offensively like that too. Then we have Morvud. Boost all allied beast units by 1. So we do have a bit of a package play here. In one round, we're going to look to play double Plague Maiden through Caranthir, and then Morvud together. That's the kind of package we have. But at worst, say if your hand's a bit mixed, if you get Morvud with Haunt, it's not so bad because we do have a Night Wraith in deck that you can play for extra value. And also Haunt itself does spawn some rats from the units that you get out of that scenario. So yeah, we discussed Imlerith. He's a round 1 card if you'd like. Just discard the Kikimor worker and set up Mamuna for later. Caranthir allows you to spawn a 1 power base copy of a monster unit with a provision cost of 10 or less from your hand on the same row that he's on. The way you want to play Caranthir is pushing into a round 2. You've gotten round control and then you're bleeding, right? You go Caranthir into Plague Maiden. You get that second spawn value. You hit leader onto this, boom, all the rats come out. Then on your other row, you hit the other Plague Maiden with your other leader charge, and then you go into Morvud, okay? That's how we're going to play Caranthir out in that package. With Maruna, as I said, use it with stratagem round 1 when we're going first. If we're not going first, save it for when you're playing Haunt. I've got Royal Decree in here for access into our deck. You know, consistency is very important. I feel like the other tutor card, I think its name's, is it Nugglefar? Yeah, this one here. This is a consideration if you want to use it, but I just don't like that it's pulling random cards from our deck. I like to have the certainty that we know we're going to get exactly what we want. So Royal Decree just gives us what we need when we need it. You could use it really to secure the deal. Like maybe you missed Caranthir and you've got Plague Maiden in your hand. You could go for something like that. Or if you want to ensure that you get Old Spear Tip thinned out, you could go for an Old Spear Tip asleep first round if you missed it. So Plague Maiden, quite an interesting card in our deck. Gets to spawn 7 rats in the row that she's on Death Wish. The rats are a beast unit, and that's the swarm part of our deck that we're using. What I'd say about Plague Maiden is be very careful because we're susceptible to self-clogging because we're going to have so many rats. So, you know, sometimes you might want to even consider not taking Plague Maiden into a long round 3 if that's the case. If you didn't get round control, you just go a long round. You might want to pass it off because roast base can become an issue in our deck. Old Spear Tip asleep, it's just getting thinned from our deck and sets up Ozrel for a good consume later. Mamuna, the target for Mamuna, as I said, it's just simply going to be Kikimor Worker that you see here. And really, you're looking to play Mamuna. You could just play it with Haunt over the round 3, okay? So if you've bled into round 2 and you've done your bleed with the Plague Maidens, you tempo pass way up on points. For round 3, it's a lot of points to play Haunt, Ozrel, and Mamuna. That's still great. So you could play Mamuna like that if you like. You just banish the Kikimor Worker. That's it. That's in your deck. And then you get to thin the other one out from your... You get to banish the Kikimor Worker that's in your graveyard. And then you're thinning the other one out from your deck, alright? You could also consider playing this very late because, as I said, Kikimor Worker's got 3 armor exposed. It's pretty vulnerable. Then we've got Haunt for a ton of points. Play Haunt over a round 3, a short round 3 as best as possible. And you want to take your Death Wish units in to trigger it. What would be great would be to have Maruna or Manticore if you didn't use them. But you can take the Foglets in or Night Wraith too. And you just get to spawn these units as you go. So that's a rundown of the list. Now I'll just quickly outline exactly how we want to execute the strategy. And we're going to talk in terms of optimal hand, okay? So what you'd like to do round 1 is you can commit cards like Wild Hunt Hound. You can play Imlerith into a Kikimor Worker, Old Spear Tip asleep. Perhaps Manticore or Maruna, one or the other, not both. Say you get round control, bleed into round 2, and what you're going to do first thing is hit Caranthir into Plague Maiden, use 1 leader charge on it, spawn all your rats out. On the other road, the next turn, you could do that again, and then you play Morvud and you boost all of your beasts up. You're going to have a lot of points at that time, and it could put a lot of pressure on the opponent, maybe make them go card down even, spend some very good cards of theirs. You just pass at that time, and then in a short round 3, as short as possible, you're going to open up with Haunt and then play into it with something like Maruna or Manticore, depending what you spend. You play your Death Wish units out. You have Ozrel and you have Mamuna for a final say. So this is the deck, my friends. This was a challenge for me to make this work in this current meta. I'm not going to lie to you, it was very difficult to pull this deck off, but we did get some good wins. What I'd say is if you get round control, it will work great. But if we don't and the opponent goes a long round, knowing how heavy they are on control, it's probably going to be very bad and you'll most likely lose the match. So it's kind of draw dependent in a sense. Round 1, you're really hoping to get the cards you need to get round control. And you really want to bleed, because if you don't bleed effectively round 2, Around 3 could be awkward as well. Like I said, Plague Maiden, self-clogging, a lot of rats. You don't really want that. So share your feedback down below and let me know how you go with this list. CDPR will save us, yes. I'm waiting on the buff, man. According to Reddit chat. How reliable is that bot? You tell me, man. Can we count on that? I don't think so. I think a lot of those complaints, but they end up going through eventually. A lot of noise is made on Reddit.
Quite literally.
Joust. We just end up going a long round anyway for playing this, I think. We can't make it on points in one card. Wow, we got leader out of him for that? Man, I'm happy. No way is that, in my opinion, no way is that worth a leader. Nah, man. It's not worth leader. It's not, dude. It's not a devastating card to be worried about. So is this like the shoot list that they're playing? Is it? They're playing singles so far.
Speak your mind. To the point.
Right? So far we're seeing singles.
The moon, brighter shines.
Probably, yeah. I should have shuffled this back too. I wasn't paying attention. Make sure you always put that away when you see it. This belongs in the deck. This does never belong in your hand in our deck. But I want to see what they play. Wow.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an earth.
Never works? Wow, really? You always get a bricked or something? What's your concern with the card? So they're gonna play into this.
I will not have you gaze at me so.
Bleeding Effigy? Really? Seeing some unusual plays here.
Eaten alive, Lord to my bone.
I could go more wood in deck. Yeah, you know what? That's a problem, eh, Muzzle?
Hail, Kerzer.
You know what? That's so true because Muzzle became meta and playing Spear Tip, it just... That's probably another reason why Monsters got thrashed this season. It just fits right in, man.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails grow.
Shouldn't they go a long round against me if they have control? Monsters wants to bleed. Like, that's how you play a Monsters deck usually. See? This is the issue that we end up having when they bleed us, this row space issue. We come into... Should I just chuck Spear Tip from hand then now? Maybe I do. So they pull it. Calvate's in their graveyard for Osrul. We're probably gonna go Meliro, aren't we? Okay, hold up. Got card advantage, good. Love to see it be Swarm deck. Oh, it's good, nice, nice. It's my first time in a while. I have put together a few like this though. Effigy, no idea. Let's hope they play Spear Tip first. Play Spear Tip first, come on. Go, do it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Your assistance is greatly appreciated this stream. That was a sweet hit. Feels good. That was a really, really good hit for us. Felt great. Yeah, I know. Sweet, hey. It was very good. Huge Manticore value there. They should have played around that. Maybe they haven't seen Manticore in ages though. No one's really playing these cards.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps. A bit.
I mean, even this is a great Manticore hit. Now just give me a 4-point unit for Maruna and we're laughing. Bode, you came at a good time. We got the biggest hit with Manticore. They took our spear tip, they played it first thing, and we just Karanthed it and cleaned it up. Nice. We're gonna win this. Me give up? Man, you'll never see me forfeit a match. I always say it. Don't worry. Emote me to hell, flex on me all you want. It's not happening. You can't break me, mate. You can't break me. 24-hour stream. Oh, man. I've never even considered something like that before. That's insane. Hey, Fusion, what's up? Respect. That's it. MO players are people of respect. Wow, they went full leader. Must have the right hand. Yeah, playing around Manticore and stuff.
Style. That's right. I like fighting with style. Yeah, nah.
Cool. Oh, you're tired of Siege and Alumni? Yeah. They're pretty strong, aren't they? Oh, it's traps. It's probably good to see that out of the way. It is good. Should we try to out-tempo them round one? Look, I'm just going to play different this time around. I'm going to play a bit more aggressive, try to out-tempo them. Traps in a long round's probably not good for us anyway. So what if we just go... Let's just swarm round one. We're going to play this one a bit different. I mean, they could have Crushing Trap to counter that. But we'll see. The plan is just to swarm beasts, and you really want to get round control. Bleed round 2. Long round 3 could be a bit sus on board space because we're doing double maiden.
The Vesh feathers are from hens.
It's a mage killer. Yeah, it really is. It's psycho, that Madoc deck. I love it, man. Wow. They really blasted our rats. I wish the rats survived. It would have been nice. Nice boost for us.
Just one more feather and we're done.
Manticore's not that big here. They got Hattori.
Watch defeat of the bad lion.
Yeah, Mamuna. Yeah. Back in Master Mirror. Yeah, I'm trying to play really aggressive, as you can see, to get round control. Traps over a long round 3, it's concerning. But at the same time, we got them to spend their trap conditions here, you know? Hattori, Yorveth, it's good. So we pushed alright. Got a few good things out. Spores, I don't think is going to play for any value in this match. They'll just have Eldain to transform their traps. Snowdrop. Oh, we can use it there now, actually.
Double hollow!
Probably pass. We'll see how it goes. We've got a few trap combinations out of them. But most likely they just go along round 3. Why is Snowdrop 9? Leader. They used leader to boost. I don't think spores. They played... How'd they play... Was Serpent from hand? Serpent Trap was from their hand, right? If it's from their hand, Spear Tip's probably safe still. It was from their hand? Okay. They're bleeding me? Why are you bleeding me, man? It's not good for you. It's not good, brother. It's not, I'm telling you. If I go Haunt, they can just pass. So how are we going to play this? It's going to be like Foglet, maybe? It gets its value, 6-point kill back there eventually. Yeah, it's true, bird. Okay. Interesting, hey. Well, I got Bar Guys, so we just hit this. I'm curious to see what kind of a deck this is. Because now they're playing Vanade. So they got Waylays. I really don't know. I probably don't want to click one more time in case I get... Should I click one more time? I don't even know if it matters at this point. Actually got it. That's hilarious. I was just saying. Anyway, we'll see what happens, man. It's funny. Probably just go Haunt. That's hilarious. If he's got Renew. We're hoping they play units so we can get some value. Oh, that's a great Manticore kill. That's huge. We're pleased. Have in hand. Yeah, we already spent Cranthir and all that first. Yes, yes. I think this is good back row. Doesn't matter anyway, it's getting consumed. That's a huge Manticore hit. Solid, man. Let's get more of that. Into Venusaur. So, Marina will be good to season. Yeah, it was a good hit. So what we want to do really is, oh yeah, there's the renew. Whoever called it. Yeah.
The Scoia'tael must the woods abandon. Join us instead and defend the valley.
So they're gonna go Simlas? Is that what this is? How's this strategy work? Add Waylay to your hand. Oh, right. So they've got Snowdrop to shuffle Waylays back into the deck for Simlas. That's what it was, right? That's what this was all about. Yeah. Nice, looking forward to it. Yeah, that's it. So that's why Snowdrop was in there. Denex, what's up, buddy? The legend Denex. Multiple gifts of subscriptions to everyone.
I shall never be alone.
It's good. Maybe not there.
Your blood will warm my bones.
It's good that they blew Serpent Trap. They couldn't play it early on us or do any sneaky stuff. I think I'm good to consume, aren't I? Thanks so much for the follow, really appreciate that. No worries, Bird, I'll be here, buddy. It's all good.
Feign not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
Wow.
Time to die.
We're actually happy they're going for the rats. Because we're not planning on using them.
For the daisy of the valley!
Time for you to die, dwarf.
Ooh, crap. Well, the rats can kind of counter the damage that's coming up. They can take some of it. I should play this next. Early. We want to seize a waylay. I mean, a token to take away from their Venosial. Wow, double Simlas play.
You are no lunet of mine.
Well done, man. That's sick. Should have boosted a token though. Didn't need to do that. But anyway, respect. Yeah, so it's Venosial now. Did you have your pizza? I'm a fitness fanatic. Does it look like I ate pizzas? I'm always eating like eggs, veggies, nuts. You'll never catch me eating junk food.
Racists.
Okay. Ozra will last for us. Oh, is that Horn there or what? What is this? It's gotta be Horn, isn't it? Alright. Oh yeah, nice. Venosial for the finish. Wow. They didn't get the card they needed. Felt pretty good to me, Wild Hunt. Surprisingly. But yeah, you know, feel free to share your opinion. Feel free to test it out. It's all good, man. That's what we're here for. Collaborate, learn, share ideas, get better together. Marina doesn't look the best. We'll have a look. Yeah, this season's a bit hard, yeah. That'd be good. I look forward to it. Can we get out of this round without losing on even?
I fear nothing.
We don't have dominance now because they've played that. Yeah, Ammo's been a bit hard to work this season, man. It has. Yes. Death Wish and Arrakis, yep.
Warhawk de Barrier. What is it?
Give me a 4, come on. Can that get us out of this? Probably not. Probably passing on 5. Sure. Yeah, I'll pass on 5. You still enjoy the stream? Cool. Wasn't great for you, Dutch. Wild Hunt, I thought it was good. Wild Hunt felt good, and the rest has been challenging. Outside of that. But yeah, Wild Hunt was good for the movement it offered, and against mages, that's great.
Your blood will warm my bones.
Fish flapper.
Oh no!
Kept running into NG. Oh, okay. Could be hard then.
To arms, men.
Yeah, it's good for them.
You will be mother.
Could be risky doing that too, you know. But 3 points is easy to get rid of. Yeah, see, they could have played that into it.
Double the coin and consider it done.
So it's a good move. They're probably looking to pass now. They've done that. Five. So there's a good Osral target there for us too. We could still get Caranthir onto Manticore. It's probably not bad. It should pass now. Yeah, okay. That was pretty much our round 2 combo anyway, except for Mamuna. Rat self-clog, yeah. Yeah, if you're coming up against control, it's our biggest weakness as monster players. We can still use this for fitting. Yeah. What? So we do have a backup Ozril target in their graveyard, the 10-pound unit. Oh. Wow.
Taught you to fight like this.
Yeah, well that's the challenge of the deck, isn't it? Trying to make this work now this time, you know? I guess I'm just going this. They'll thin out at the end of the turn. Okay. They could go Junod here. They could do that. Yeah, they get it with Junod, don't they? We could get Ozril onto it still.
Reasons for the feeble of heart!
It's probably better to go that over Manticore right now. I think it's better value. Yeah, that's the deal breaker.
Yeah, big fella. Easy.
Yep. Good. That's definitely the big hit. So they could have like Axie or something in their hand. Generally kind of sus, you think?
Let's get this over with.
Wow, with Vamps, that's nice.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
It's probably Axie last, isn't it? Wow, just by a point. That was actually super close. Nice. I'm going first. Yeah, Spores could be good. Haunt's good. I'll have a look. Wonder who this could be. Gonna try our best to bleed here against this deck, I believe. It's probably the best thing to do.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Yeah. Nice. We'll go Spear Tip next. Simlas, yeah, it's pretty good
Not
points.
ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
Good. So their last say is pretty important for them. Obviously, you know, we've got some control with Spores. So the way they played, they'd want to push for round control. So it's Bomber.
Not afraid? You should be.
Interesting. Harmony card as well. Good hit. Very nice hit. The hand's not the best to push here, unfortunately. What's that up to? Could go for another consume. We're kind of counting on Spear Tip to give us some points here, by looks of things. You know, our first round cards will have like Manticore and Maruna to work good with Stratagem. It's a bit of a suboptimal hand for us. Imlerus pretty good too, round one. Yep.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Hey, Bode, what's up? How are you, my friend? Hopefully this puts us ahead now. Gives us dominance again. We really want to bleed this deck into smithereens. I think it's best for us. Kind of busy, but listening while working. Oh, cool. Hey, Pocus, what's up, man? Yeah, pretty well, thanks. It's a Beast Swarm deck that I'm playing. We're versing a Gwent partner. I got no idea who this is. This is my first match of the stream too. So I'm curious to see who this is that we're versing. They're really trying to push for control. Joined at the right moment, yeah. Pretty much. 10 minutes to spare. I'll try and make it quick for you, man. I really wanted to get round control here because I know how their deck is. But it looks like the pass point. Okay. Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna go for a long round, right? Yeah, nice. I hope they play into the next round, because we've got a lot of good tempo with Plague Maiden and Caranthir. Hey, what's up, Chill? Hello, 50. Well, we got some good cards in hand. We are missing a few other good ones though too. Osrul's pretty good. We did get our 18 base power. They're choosing to bleed, really? Oh man, I wish I had Manticore here. If I had Manticore, this would have been great. I'm doing that for the sake of our hand. I prefer to save it. What is this deck? Normal kind. There's no such thing as a normal kind when you come to my stream. It's always going to be something crazy and different, right? It's just a bit of Death Wish. Yeah, more woods for the rats. From Plague Maiden. Wow. Trying to finish me? Should I play Haunt here? I probably should. So if I play Haunt here, I've got short round Caranthir, Plague Maiden. Well, it kind of looks like I have to go into it, to be honest. The way they're pushing. Yeah, I think this is the right play. What should we expect? I'd like monster buffs, but who knows? I got no idea what to expect. Plague Maiden. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I saw you on that stream. Yes, yes. I saw that. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Hey. Well, let's take card advantage. They're bleeding us here. Let's go card up. And we've got a lot of good cards next round in deck. Now they're going to consider passing because Haunt's a lot of points. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We get card advantage. We had to spend... Yeah, it's pretty expensive though as well. Haunt is a very expensive bleed. Feels a bit weak. Yeah, man. But we're going to try and make it work, brother. What's the discard gonna be? So we've got 2 charges for Plague Maiden. Bargeist for Maruna. We can go Decree into... Well, we got Manticore there too. Mamuna's a lot of points. I might just do this. Okay. Yeah, you think so, Bo? Okay. What's that gonna be? Fiver. Hey, Sinsman, what's up? Drowner works pretty good there. It's a melee row lock card. Gwent Partner Showdown. Who's got it? They're boosted up, that's lucky. Otherwise it'd be a great pull for Maruna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Decree into Mamuna. I'm just worried about board space a bit though. Board space is gonna be a bit suspicious, man. Double Plague Maiden completely clogs us. It's meant more for a bleed, not at this point.
I'm no mere huntress. I'm a predator.
So in that case, I'm probably waiting a bit. Alright. Good. Yeah, he's not really played much. Yeah, that's right. Short round 3 or bleed. It's meant more for a bleed, man, because row space is the issue. You don't really want to go double Maiden over round 3. Because if you get clogged, you got no room to play, you know? Very good points otherwise, yeah. There's our Maruna target. Most likely.
Go kiss a dog neath its tail.
I think, well, should we wait? Should anything else come up? Well, actually, we're clogged back here, though. So we're not going to pull it. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So what we got to do first is actually... We consume a rat, and then we hit Maruna. But we should... Okay. Timing's a bit of an issue here. Yeah, it's Maruna next now, so we can pull one of those units. Otherwise, you can't pull with a full row back there, obviously. Yeah, that's right, Pocus. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Mamuna is to pull this, but they've got this there. So they're just gonna kill the Kiki worker. Just dies, really. You don't have dominance? Yeah. Well, you're referring to the Bargeist, right? I mean, it makes sense for me to play this now, though. I feel like that.
You will be mud covered.
Yeah. I feel I'm supposed to play that now. I'm gonna go Plague Maiden melee. We're gonna get whatever we can out of it. And then we're gonna hit more wood. I think I still hit Maiden with leader. Melee. Ooh, Barnabas. Wow. Jeez. I think I still hit it for the more wood value. Alright. What's the last card? Yeah, it's Talk. It's a lot of points.
Good show. Master.
Yeah, we lost a bit of value on Maruna. That's alright. Dika?